Oh, yeah, come on, baby. Welcome, everybody, to the exciting weekend edition. We do it every weekend. Weekend edition
is there?
of Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. I am Owen Money. My buddy over there is Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
And Bushey's here, too.
I like the idea that people are going to look for a weekday version now. Where's this other? Why is there a weekend version?
Apparently, I just subscribed to the weekend edition.
Yeah.
I want the week. Okay. Yeah, call your local radio station. Demand Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio during the weekdays.
That would be happens. That would be hilarious.
3 homeless people are on that. Anyway, welcome back to the show, everybody. Right now is about the time where I'd be breaking open a bottle of whiskey or something to share with you guys. But after last week, I need to take a little bit of a break. I don't know if it was the Florida Man tropical punch thing that I had, double IPA. I'm not even sure what an IPA is. But
it's hard, especially because you never had
India Pale Ale. It's heavier on hops and less on grain.
But it's really hard to know because you had neither of those before,
yeah,
so you can't really specify.
Right, exactly. It's like Magic Johnson's age. They don't know what treatment got rid of it. They're like, oh, you did all the treatments. We don't know which one worked.
I was about to say they don't know which cells to get rid of.
Yeah. About the time I finally got home last week, I started feeling like really, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I think I'm going to puke. And I just started dry heaving and shit. And like I never actually vomited. It was weird. And it lasted for like 4 hours. And I'm like, I'm not drinking whiskey again. I hate this. And
I had a little bit of the spins, but I think it was the other thing we did on the porch. The gas station crack or whatever.
Oh, I thought
gas station crack. Don't say it's
the fake weed.
It was synthetic weed.
Yeah. The legal fake weed stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I didn't have any of the pale ale. I only had the Dirty Monkey.
Yeah.
And I did feel, the effects. I definitely felt crappy. I had, the spins I was fighting.
Interestingly
for
enough,
but I didn't start feeling crappy until like immediately after that. So
did you, have you ever got? Back in the day, they used to have in the back of certain chips may cause anal leakage.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever actually had that?
Oh, that was that. What was that called? The fake fat.
Have I ever had anal leakage?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it called?
I don't think so.
Well, so okay.
Lunestra or something like that.
I don't know.
That's probably a prescription drug. I'm probably wrong, but
I've been pretty prideful in my life that I haven't had a whole lot of accidents. Especially as an adult and being an adult with 3 fucking kids. I'm pretty.
You're like, it's time for some anal leakage.
Well,
I'm due.
Here I am, kind of like dry heaving and vomiting, and I feel like I have to crap too, but. I try to, and nothing really happens. I'm just feeling horrible. And then I get up, and I'm walking down the hallway, and I just feel something weird.
No.
It just dripped. It was fucking weird. I had to take a shower. I was in the shower like 8 times that day just because I got so hot and sweaty.
You drunk pooped yourself.
Is that what that is?
I guess so.
See, that's the thing.
I
wasn't
haven't
drunk.
done it.
if the walls were fucking spinning and I was having fun puking, like you do.
Having fun puking is not something I've ever done.
I don't think I've ever had fun puking.
Dude, you got to get over here. I'm a fucking blast over here puking my guts out. This is fucking amazing.
I've had the result of fun being puking.
Yes.
But the puking itself, no.
But I'm just saying, when you go out, have a good night, drink a little bit too much, you come home, you have to steady yourself on the walls. You're like, this is great. I love being alive.
Right. Yeah,
I didn't get that part.
Oh, you didn't get any of that?
No. I just got home and I was like feeling like shit.
Yeah, that's definitely not just the being drunk part.
All right, so it was
something was combined. I misunderstood. I thought you were just really drunk.
No. I was sick. Not drunk.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of the IPA random cans. I forget if I asked you, was that like an energy drink type one?
No, I think it was just like a tropical fruit punch.
Because the problem is, what most likely happened, did you drink any water? Were you drinking ice with either of those drinks?
No.
So usually even with a mixed drink or something, you get ice, so you're combining some water with it. I always go really heavy on my ice with all my mixed drinks. Yeah. If you had no water and you had two separate things that both really dehydrate you, because the Dirty Monkey was great, but it was also very sugary. I mean, it was borderline syrupy.
I felt like a Dirty Monkey.
That's going to dehydrate you.
Yeah.
And then also a very sugary, fruit punchy IPA is also going to dehydrate you really bad. So that's what it's, especially if you're dry heaving, you're dehydrated.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, let me Professor Alcohol Poisoning come out here. One of the things that we're not bringing up here that I'm not sure if you even know this. So, do you know what sugar does when it gets into your stomach?
Makes me happy.
Makes a party. I was like party time.
Sugar and carbonation both do the same thing.
I get a boner.
So have you ever heard people say, beer before liquor, never sicker, liquor before beer in the clear? Yeah. The reason for that is that carbonation opens your pores, and it allows the alcohol to be absorbed way faster.
My pores? I'm not pouring it on my face.
In your stomach. It's all skin, dude. It's all tissue, right? So the carbonation causes the tissue to dilate,
skin,
and it makes your body absorb it way faster.
Okay.
Sugar has the same effect.
Okay.
So whenever you have something, any kind of drink, that's why when you have people that drink that, like I call it hobo wine, still a big fan, like Wild Irish Rose or Boone's Farm, things like that. Yeah. They're very sweet wines. Those wines will make you so sick because they're like 18% alcohol, and all that sugar makes your body just suck it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the wine.
And so that's why a drink like Dirty Monkey is fucking dangerous, because it does the same thing. All that sugar makes your body just absorb that alcohol real fast.
I mean, I drank the Dirty Monkey, and a few hours later, I was a fucking dirty monkey with like the itchy butt and everything.
No.
But anyway, I'm thankful.
You grew a tail.
Something was happening back there, but I didn't want to look.
You leaked a tail.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Leaked a trail.
Oh man.
All right. I am thankful that I am here with you guys again. I'm like I said, I'm a 40-something-year-old man now, 3 kids. I need to not be like so drunk all the time, not so sick all the time. I'm tired of being sick. I just almost died with the neck thing and the vagina in my neck. And anyway. Well, speaking of which, anything good happened?
How do you segue from neck pussy?
Well, good things, man. Any good things happened in your life this week? What do you think?
So the last week, my homegirl from high school that I haven't hung out with a long time, Jamie's been coming by, and we've been doing some Diablo 4. So that's been fun.
Is that gas station weed?
New kind of cocaine?
No. I got that Diablo 4.
Not to cut you off, but I missed my opportunity for my joke. My joke was gas station weed is synthetic weed. Interestingly enough, gas station crack is real-ass crack.
Yeah, I guess calling it gas station crack was probably a bad move. Well, none of us here do crack that I'm aware of.
We'll talk about crack later, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Owen already brought it up. He was just making his...
one of the stories I want to talk about is heavy on the crack content.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
So, all right. Keep your homegirl.
No, that was it. Just that someone I haven't hung out with in probably 10, 15 years. We've been chilling and enjoying it. Diablo 4 is a video game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
I know there's a dog.
That's the big whoop.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, whoop.
You asked for something good. That's it.
No, that's great. You reconnected with somebody you haven't talked
to. Yeah.
Similar situation with me and Jeremy Hall. Like we talk almost every day now.
I thought it was
the
great.
wrestler.
I thought it was great until
Jeremy and Lena.
No.
From Back to the Frontier.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, Jeremy Hall. Yeah.
I like the fact
the wrestler.
Did I tell you the thing that made me like happy this week? And you're like, oh.
I'm sorry.
Is that all?
You're like,
your life sucks.
He's like, well, I mean, if that's all you got, that's all you got.
Know, it was like,
I thought you were going
to that's it, huh? That's all. Okay.
I thought it was like my homegirl came out, we played video games, and we reconnected, we did something else, but I mean,
no.
That's still
just
good.
A good friend.
That's still good.
Owen wanted you to end with it. And anyway, the wedding's in March.
I mean, you do move fast, my friend. All right, what about you, Dirt? You can top that, can't you?
Oh man, I got
easily. If he has a story,
I don't think this is necessarily. I wouldn't put this in the what good happened to you, but this is. I mean, honestly, anytime something happens where I get a story out of it, I consider it good.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't feel good at the time.
Yeah.
So, as everyone who listens knows, I work in the car business, right? Not on the sales side, so don't fucking smash my mailbox.
Dude,
but
hold on. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So Brittany yesterday, she get out of the vehicle. She goes, so whoever goes to do the show tomorrow night, I'm like, whoever fucking goes to do I'm doing the show tomorrow night. Yeah. So she goes, well, okay, whatever. If you go to do the show tomorrow night, and can you drive the white vehicle? I go, why do I need to drive the white vehicle? It's fucking huge. I'm going to drive this tiny one. She goes, well, I need Dirt to look at the tires to tell me if they need to be changed or not. I go, I can fucking look at the tires and tell you if they need to be changed or not.
She had me look at them when she was in for her
It was like 2
service.
weeks ago, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
what why is she so worried about her tires?
I mean, they're not brand new tires, but like you got a year.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I fucking told her. I'm like, I have a penis too. Like, what the hell? Anyway,
You'd think the kids would tell her that.
You'd be like, I have anal leakage, and I can tell you if you need new tires.
And my penis looked at your tires. And my penis said they're fine.
I use my dick to measure your tread. You're good.
All right. I'm sorry. It's for interrupting.
So anyway, I had she just said I drive kids around. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm aware of that.
Fine, injecting logic into it.
That doesn't.
Brittany is listening now. Brittany, your tires are fine. Here,
But the point is,
they're 6:30 seconds tread depth. They start at 9. You don't need tires till you hit 3.
Abraham's Lincoln head was still covered a little bit. We're good to go.
Who's Abraham's Lincoln?
I know a guy named Abraham, and he drives a Mazda, so I'm lost.
Abraham's Lincoln had good tires. I know that.
Abraham's Lincoln
She's still missing the point.
is the name of the new Matthew McConaughey movie.
Abraham's Lincoln.
Abraham's Lincoln lawyer.
Never mind. All right.
Abraham's Lincoln logs.
I'm still.
Logs is a verb in that one.
She tried to defend herself by saying, I'm driving around 3 kids. That's fine. I still can tell whether the tires are low or not.
Abraham's Lincoln leakage.
Gross.
So, I have this customer come in.
Yes.
And he is in his 80s.
Okay.
He has his wife with him. She as well, in her 80s. And they have just purchased a 2025 vehicle to replace their 2011 vehicle.
Okay.
So, if anyone who knows technology in vehicles from 2011 to 2025,
They have no idea.
shit has changed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this guy comes in and he is manic. He's like, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what's going on. We're driving down the road. This thing is fucking beeping. He's cursing. Old man cursing is like, I'm already like, okay, this is not good. It's fucking beeping. It beeps when we're driving. It beeps when we stop. It beeps when it's sitting in the garage.
Seatbelts.
And I go out there, and every single logical thing is fine. Everything I look at.
You
I didn't
hear the
even pull it in
beeping?
the shop. No, I don't hear it.
Okay.
But the wife is in the passenger seat, and every time she comes from, there it is. There it is. And listen, I don't have the best hearing in the world. I've been standing in front of stacks of fucking speakers on stages my whole fucking life.
It's her hearing.
So I'm just like, I don't know. So then she says, look, shut the car off. And he's sitting in the driver's seat. She's in the passenger seat. I'm at the window. She says, shut the car off. There it is. There's the beep. And I go, okay, listen. These keys they're RF modulated. The keys, they work on Bluetooth and other RF frequencies. I'm like, it's probably because he's got the key in his pocket. And so one of the things that the safety features on these cars is they won't let you lock the keys in the car. If the key's in the car and you hit the door locks, they unlock right away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm like, all right, here, you get out of the car. I'll get in the car and close the door. I get in the car and I go, do you hear it? And she goes, no, I don't hear it. And I go, okay, that's probably because he's outside now with the key. I'm in the car. No key in the car. No beep. She goes, okay, well, that makes sense. She goes, but then why does it do it while we're driving? And then I'm right back to, I have no fucking clue. There's no fucking reason why this thing should be beeping. He's outside cursing, these goddamn fucking spaceships, they add so much shit to these cars that's unnecessary. I don't know. He's like, so if I want a new car, I got to drive around in this fucking spaceship. It's beeping at me. It's yelling at me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I got to hear it from her. And he's like, they're like literally like bashing heads over this fucking car, right? So finally I told him, I was like, look, the time of day it is right now, there's nothing I can do for you. I mean, unless you want to leave the car with me, I don't have a loaner car available. None of this shit. So let's make a plan, right? Bring it to me Monday morning. I'll pull it in. We'll take a look at it. We'll figure this out. All right, we're going to do that. And we better because this is ridiculous, right? All of this fucking making a fucking scene and everything, right? So once they leave, now keep it in mind, total time, this is like an hour. I'm not even exaggerating. For a fucking hour, I'm going through every fucking setting, every fucking thing, because she's in the passenger. She keeps going, there it is again, there it is again, and I hear nothing.
So, I mean, was it like a battery in her hearing aid was like going out or something?
Worse.
Okay.
He calls me back at about 4:15. I'm about to leave. I see the phone ring. I don't recognize the number. Whatever. I answer the phone, and he's the sweetest man on the fucking planet. And he goes, I just want to tell you, we're not gonna bring the car in Monday. Helen and I are sitting here watching television, and she starts hearing the beeping again. Turns out I need to change the battery in my heart monitor.
That was my second guess. I was gonna say, I was gonna say, I had the thought that maybe it was like a hearing aid, and then I thought maybe it had to do with like sometimes maybe like a Bluetooth or some signal was it interfered with a hearing aid, and then my second joke was gonna be pacemaker.
Yeah. His fucking heart monitor. So when he
beep
says that,
from
I
the
go,
inside?
does that mean, I go, are you okay? And he goes, oh, I'm fine. It's just a monitor. He's like, but that's how it alerts you when you need a new battery in it.
My third guess was smoke detector.
He doesn't hear it because it's in his body.
Yeah.
He's gotten used to it or whatever. But that's the beep that she's been hearing. And the only reason that they let me off the hook is because they heard it while they were watching Golden Girls or whatever they watch in the living room.
Empty nest.
Heard the beep again, and we're not in the car. So it's obviously not the car. Yeah.
Goddamn spaceships.
I thought for sure it was like when I ride with Owen, you got a newer vehicle and they've got the autocorrector beeps when you're getting close to the line.
Right.
So
right. That's one of the first things I ask when people say that is like, because when there's a beep, there's going to be a correlating message on the screen. Something's going to come up, whether it even be like one of your like if it's someone passing you, it's going to be a yellow light on this side or yellow light on this side. There's going to be something that correlates with the beep. Yeah. It's not just, nothing is just auditory. There's always some sort of a visual that correlates with that. They had none of that. Yeah. And it's because it was the old motherfucker's heart.
It does make me laugh because part of the reason I liked my car and that I bought it was even though it was a 2016, it was kind of like, kind of low tech. For even a 2016.
Sure, yeah.
Manual, it's got electric windows, but I mean, overall, my car for a 2016 is actually pretty low tech other than the touchscreen.
Dude, even SBK's 19 is super low tech compared to
a
22.
I wanted
like
that.
2 years difference. Yeah.
Because I can work on my own vehicles as long as it doesn't get too new. You start, I mean, I'm not replacing my own ECMs or anything.
Right.
But I change my own oil, plugs, timing pulleys. You know what I mean? Right. So I wanted something that was at least somewhat still serviceable by a layman. And out of everything, I was like, I guess the touchscreen is okay. Like, I wasn't excited about a touchscreen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I feel like that could fail at some point, way easier than buttons do. 2016, was still like, semi-early for touchscreens. Yeah. Only touchscreens for maybe 5-10 years at that point. And they'd only been putting them in cars for maybe like 5 at 2016.
It's so funny because I'm exactly the opposite with everything else in my life as I am with cars. I mean, my newest car that I own is 23 years old. I like old cars. I like being able to work on them, like you said. But I've also come to a realization now that like I only put 3,000 miles a year on a car. At my age, I'm like, if I get a car right now that has 100,000 miles on it, by the time it has 150,000 miles on it, I'm gonna be 80 something.
Right.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking sell off a bunch of sell off both of my cars and buy something newer because I want to have a car I can go to Tampa in. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, like everything else in my life, I'm like, let me network everything together so I have one control, one thing does this, and everything, wires are all I'm so anal retentive and so crazy about technology and everything else I do with audio and video and all that other stuff. But with cars, I'm just like, I don't want anything, bare bones. I turn the key, it sends a fucking 12-volt signal to the starter starts the car, it's just gas and electricity, and that's it.
I was about to say, air, fuel, electricity.
Exactly, that's it.
That's what my dad always used to say. I don't want a vehicle that I have to worry about anything other than air, fuel, and electricity.
Yeah.
And I kind of agreed with it. But real quick, so to end, I was not excited about the touchscreen, but I was like, you know what? It'll probably be okay. And then the motherfucker gets melted by the Florida sun.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, back then they didn't even let you integrate your phone. Really?
No.
You had to use the navigation system in the car and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
Now you can have your Google Maps on
Right.
there. You can look at your Spotify. It's pretty fucking cool now.
Which is the bane of my existence, by the way.
Oh, you hate that?
I can't fucking stand it because none of the phone companies. So, little insider knowledge for all of you guys. So, CarPlay, Apple CarPlay,
Yeah.
and Android has it as well. 10 years ago. So General Motors had an exclusive agreement with Apple where they had Apple CarPlay in all the new GM models, right? And then Apple realized that it wasn't financially advantageous to them to have only one car have their. So once that contract ended, they just made Apple CarPlay compatible with every manufacturer's audio and video systems in their cars, right? But at the same time, neither Apple nor Android share technology with these manufacturers. So I probably 10 times a day have someone come in, my CarPlay's not working. And here's the thing, not one fucking time has it been our car, our device, our anything. What happens is your phone updates. If you have an old-ass phone, you will never fucking tell me about that. Because every time your phone updates, now all the engineers at that auto manufacturer have to fucking reverse engineer that new software update to make the phone communicate properly. Otherwise, it just disconnects and connects and disconnects and shit doesn't work right every single fucking time a phone does an update. Because they will not... There was like, we're strong about the privacy of our customers. This isn't about the privacy of your customers. This is about your goddamn device.
You know what?
And they don't fucking share any of that shit with the manufacturers.
As we're driving down the road, it will cut out and then come back on.
Yeah, it's probably because an update just happened.
Jeez.
And now until like with you guys, your manufacturer, which I don't know if you want to say that or not, but until their fucking engineering department releases a new update, which your car will automatically just over the air download it. But until that new update comes through, you're going to have that problem. Yeah. And then once your phone updates again, you're going to have it again.
It was funny because I had like one of those, I'm getting old moments, but it wasn't even my fault about my touchscreen melting because I probably had like 2 phones before my touchscreen got melted.
Yeah.
And you pair the phone to the Bluetooth using the touchscreen.
Oh.
So when I had to get a new phone, I could no longer pair it. I had to go get the plug-in cable.
Oh, yeah.
And asking people for a plug-in cable, they look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is cable?
Yeah.
Like a wire that goes in between both devices and
yeah,
it's attached?
Oh, yeah.
You might be a little young for this, but I know, Dirt, you remember when you buy
the cassette tape plug-in
thing.
Yep,
I still have one.
No. Just having to, you get a new vehicle, whether it's used or new. Yeah. You're having to take it to Best Buy to get the fucking CD player installed.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And then some of them would have like the screens that pop out and go up. And God damn,
I always installed my own and all my friends.
Oh, did you? You were the guy?
I was the guy.
That's the thing, though, man. Now, and I know there's people that will argue this with me. Now, the technology as far as the AV systems in these new cars, number one, there's not a giant fucking difference between the best fucking aftermarket radio you can buy and the one that's in there. Mm-hmm. But take it a step further, all your fucking diagnostic information goes through that AV unit now, so you can't really pop out and put it in an aftermarket
none of
because all of your fucking on the new ones, all of your settings for the vehicle go through that.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
not to mention the shape of the dashboards are non-cohesive really
Exactly.
to any of the aftermarket
Yep.
shit anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, kind of funny
Oh
story.
yeah,
that-
they're all like.
Yeah, no, they used to all be a pretty
Square.
standard rectangular slot. that,
Yeah.
you know, and at worst, it was the larger factory radio that had like the equalizer on it. So when you installed the new radio, there would be a kit that came with little cubby holes. So you'd actually not
Yeah,
only
with a
get
gap.
you'd not only get a new radio, you
got
actually
I
got
remember
a cubby out the
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So the worst, what do you guys think the worst vehicle that because most of them were pretty straightforward, and I got to the point where I would just do all the wiring sitting at a table.
Right.
I'd shrink tube everything like I did a very professional job because as long as you got the right wiring harness,
Yeah.
everything was
connector,
just
yeah.
plug and play. You
Yeah.
you could do all the hard work,
Yeah.
and not in the car.
Yeah.
What
Your pigtail, you fucking solder the pigtail to the actual radio, and then it should plug directly into the factory harness.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you guys
I
think?
just took it to Best
the
Buy.
most difficult vehicle I ever had to install a head unit in was
Oh, difficult. A Peterbilt truck.
no,
Was it an Astrovan?
no
Oh man. 'Cause
Durango.
Durango, really? What's
And
that?
Because the Durango already it was like a night, what year, 2001 or 98, somewhere around in there, Durango.
Mm-hmm.
And it had the larger radio, so I was getting the cubby
That's
hole.
when I was working for
Yeah,
Chrysler. So.
Okay, so I was getting the cubby hole out the deal and everything, and I did everything like I normally would, and I plugged it in, and the subs worked, but no other factory speaker was on.
Huh.
And I don't remember exactly. I'm sure it took like about 6 hours. And this was before Google was really good about you just being able to Google it, and the first page that comes up is exactly the problem you have.
Right.
There was Google, but it was very rudimentary compared to how it is now.
Okay.
It ended up being that there was a factory amp in there, which a lot of vehicles have.
Yeah.
But it had its own weird separate ground that ran somewhere else, and it was yellow. It was the
okay.
only vehicle
Different color
ever
convolute.
in existence that had a yellow ground included with it, and that was for the factory amp. And as soon as I found that out and hooked it to the ground, it was good. But you never hook a yellow wire to a fucking
yeah.
and I'm not sure if that was it 100%, but it was something like that. It was
Right,
an
I know
odd
what you mean.
color that is not a ground color. It was ran somewhere else weird, but because then you were using a harness and not the other thing, it didn't count as the ground. it was weird.
All right. Well, sorry to sum everything up. I mean, that's fascinating. I love that talk.
I was about to say, you seemed like you were about as enthralled by that as my good news for the week.
Well, hold on for a second. So, to sum it all up, Dirt. What made you thankful the guy didn't die, or the beeping was his heart?
No, it's just because I got a good story out of it. So
Okay,
that's,
all right.
that's the only thing I care about.
Okay.
I mean, no,
Owen
I don't
doesn't give
want to sound heartless. I care that I'm glad the guy is healthy, but I'm honestly, it was fucking, it was a pretty
you feel
hardcore
good?
experience, and it turned out to be funny. So that's what matters. To
And,
me.
and it made you feel good that it wasn't something you did or your
I
product.
don't care about that either. I'm gonna be honest with
I'm
you.
reaching for.
I was gonna say, I love the fact that you just are both your stories suck this week.
Well,
I didn't do better.
Come on, next week, have better weeks, guys.
Right.
I'm kidding.
I'm highly unimpressed with your good news.
No, I love your good news, guys. I love that.
I like the idea that you hate our good news.
I just saying. I think playing video games with an old friend is maybe beats him this week. Okay, so you win.
Dirt's happy he had an old customer not die.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, that's a pretty good way to sum it up, Bushy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I love all stories.
I know we're running a little long on the first segment, but I will say, I watched what I'm grateful for is James Gunn and the new fucking Superman movie. I watched it last night. I actually stayed up through half of it, and was able to wake up at the credits.
I'm curious because I've been really interested in that.
This is one with Crypto,
Yes.
the dog. I mean, it's really good. I'm saying I had to pay $20 for it. Yeah, I bought it. I went ahead and bought it on the online Amazon thing.
Yeah.
It was on sale for $20, and I was struggling with it because I'm a cheap motherfucker, and if I'm going to buy something, I want something physical, so that if the power goes out or something, and I really need money, I can fucking sell that DVD for $2.
Right.
That's a whole big thing right now going on with video games is the fact that like nothing is
No
a physical
copy,
copy
yeah.
anymore, and the company's always sold everybody on the fact, don't worry, we'll always support it. We'll never just take it away from you.
And they're taking it away.
The last year or two, they've started deactivating some pretty popular games that people were still playing religiously, and it's becoming an issue. You know that we're basically lied to. You know.
Well, the way I thought about the movie, I go, well, if we went actually to the movie theater, we'd pay $20 a person.
Exactly, right.
So I just figured I bought it, and then I could sleep through it and watch it 6 times. Actually, watch it once.
Right.
And if you go on Amazon Prime, they give you the first 11 minutes for free. Just watch the first 11 minutes, and you'll see the different tone of the movie. It's fucking awesome. This morning, I sat the kids down, all 3 of them, played it again, and they watched pretty much the whole thing. Even the 2-year-old was like watching all the fight scenes and stuff. So I don't know if that's good or not.
Something that's interesting to me about the whole Superman thing, right? There's been a lot of bad Superman films.
Yes.
And so that character, I think, has been almost tarnished as a movie franchise to the point where anytime they announce a new Superman movie, I just go, all right, whatever, dude.
Me
you know what I'm
too.
saying? Like,
And I'm the comic book geek.
But what's funny to me is like this one, I know a lot of people who have been really positive about this movie, and that's what makes me want to watch it. And they're like, it's and also like it got a little bit polarizing because apparently like some people just woke up yesterday and realized that Superman was an illegal alien from another planet, and they think it's being dramatized. But regardless, like it's the same story, same guy. It's that he's always been. But what's funny to me is that because I own the box set back when we used to buy DVD box sets.
Yeah.
Is that no matter how fucking far we go with the Superman character and everything we've done with it, I can still show people who've never seen the original Christopher Reeves movies, and they fucking love them.
Yeah.
Because those movies, like, I mean, Christopher Reeves was Superman.
So that was actually going to be my question about this was...
Because I'm curious if you show your kids those movies, what reaction will they have? Because I almost feel like those movies were just like... Those movies didn't make anybody feel bad. They were just really fucking good movies.
So the first one was the best.
My question would be, were there really bad Superman movies, or were the Christopher Reeve Superman movies just that good? Because I actually, I know there's like Superman movies that are like not great.
Right.
But I mean, I think I've always enjoyed I don't know if I've seen all of them, but I remember enjoying pretty much almost every Superman, but nothing ever rose to that level of Christopher Reeve Superman.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with editing and directing, and the DC movies from the turn of the century. Goddamn, I'm sounding old. From the turn of the century to now have had this like weird feeling to them. They don't feel like movies. They don't feel like TV shows. They feel like something you don't want to watch. At least to me. But this new Superman movie, James Gunn took it over. There are some scenes that feel a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that.
Well, that's good movie.
Exactly. It's fucking amazing. So I really recommend people watching it. And plus, James Gunn walked Brittany down the aisle. I don't know if you remember that. No, never mind. We'll look at the pictures. I'll show you later. But yeah, we watched the Superman movie, and then I loaded up all the kids. This is the first time since I've had kids where I had the whole morning to myself with them until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I decided, because I'm always on Brittany a little bit, I'm like, when I get home from work, I'm like, why didn't you take them anywhere? She's like, it's a hassle with 3 kids. So
now you pigeonhole yourself into having to take them somewhere when you have them. So, good job.
So I go, all right. We watched the fucking Superman movie, and I'm like, the boy was into it a little bit. I go, let's go to the comic book store.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So I load everybody up, drive to the comic book store.
I'm like, paper? What the fuck is this?
No, we had fun.
I'm touching it. It's not changing.
Yeah.
I did have to tell
This
them
is the worst tablet ever.
Stop touching everything. But I got them and with the golden books are still big deal.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And I got them a Wednesday one.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Reenactment or rewritten of the first
rethinking
of the first season. It's just the first season. It's written down in kids form. So
yeah, so they just take the first season, they turn it into a comic book for kids form.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then then we went to you talked about Jersey Mike's the other day. So I'm like, boy, what do you want for for lunch? And he goes, pizza. And I go, oh, try again. He,
Fuck you. That's not what we're having.
he named a few other things. I go, what about Jersey Mike's subs? He goes, is it Subway? I go, it's kind of the same.
Oh, how dare you, sir? Hold your tongue.
Then he goes, all right, that's fine. I want a meatball sub. I'm like, no problem. Let's go to Jersey Mike's. Guess what Jersey Mike's doesn't have?
Meatball subs.
No beef. Oh, man. You broke that kid's world.
Well, no, because I had a Philly cheesesteak.
If you want a meat, I will say this. I love Jersey Mike's. They're my favorite sub place. If you want meatball, you go to Firehouse.
Yes,
But then again,
yeah,
it's very spicy. I don't know.
I'll take a challenge in you because it's really hard to find them nowadays, but Sobix had the best fucking meatball
The
subs.
Sobix is still right down by me in Apopka.
I know,
Yeah.
but guess where they're nowhere else.
Right, no. That's the only one I've ever known of.
Yeah. There used to be one on Fairbanks, right across the street from Holler Chevrolet. I used to go to that one all the time. And then there was one on, where's the other one? Man. There was a handful of them that I used to see, but they all closed down except for that one. But
Sobix cheesesteaks was my dad's favorite. He'd
Oh,
always
yeah.
go to Sobix and get a cheesesteak.
And the Sobix subs, when they would put them in that fucking thing and then spin the fucking wheel and steam them.
Yeah.
Because I hate toasted subs because I'm like, it's a sandwich. I don't want bread to be hard as. I don't want to cut my mouth on your fucking bread. Yeah. But the Sobix, when they would put it in and they would just steam it, oh, that shit was the best.
Remember when the Monsters had to deal at Sobix and
Yeah.
they had the special cups?
The cups, yeah.
I went, I traveled for work, and I went
Rest
to
of the commercials, MC Sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to every single Sobix, and I had a full set of Monster cups. I don't know where the
Nice.
fuck they are
That's
now,
awesome.
But yeah, I was such a dork.
Remember Glenn
back
put it on top of his hat
Yeah.
and it was spin? He had a motor in it.
So, what did you guys end up getting at Jersey Mike's since they didn't have the meatball?
then. They had kids subs, so I got them like a ham and cheese one and another one. I'm like, if you don't like it, tough shit, but
My favorite sub there is the chicken chipotle cheesesteak, and you get extra of the chipotle mayo. Oh, so good.
I got the
God damn it, now I want that.
I got the Philly cheesesteak, and the boy ate some of it, and he's like, I like your stuff. I go, yeah, you always like my shit.
It's because I know better food than you, little kid. This kid's food is bullshit. Ham and cheese, what the fuck is that?
Freaking listen to me sometime.
Get him a Lunchable or something if you're going to get him ham and cheese.
But I don't know. Is Brittany still listening? Can you tell?
She hasn't commented
Alright,
in
good.
45 or in
Good.
half an hour.
Maybe
yeah.
she's putting the kids to sleep. So I can tell you this story real quick.
Please do.
Since she's putting the kids to sleep. So like I said, I had the kids all morning from pretty much 8 a.m. to 1. 8, 9, 10. That's 5 hours by myself with these kids, which was heaven.
Don't let her hear you say that like that was a big deal.
I load. Like I said, I had a great day, loaded them up, took them around. I got through it all. Even when I was at Jersey Mike's, I got her a sub so that she had something to eat when she got home. That's how fucking good I am. But where the fuck was she for 5 hours today?
Yoga.
No.
Lady problems.
No.
She's becoming a prize fighter.
It's Shark Week.
If I ever wrote
Wait a minute. Why would you have to leave the house for 5 hours because you got your period?
I mean, that's what they used to do back in the day. Put them in the red tent. I don't know if you ever seen that whole thing.
Get away from me. You smell weird.
go under the deck.
A younger person this week told me a joke that I heard from a grizzled old man 30 fucking years ago.
What?
And I was like, God, there is hope for this generation. Adam and Eve hanging out in Garden of Eden. Eve gets her period, and Adam says, well, get out of here. Go down to the river, wash it off in the river. And she's like, okay, so she goes away. Well, then God shows up, and he's like, hey, where's Eve? And he's like, oh, she got her period. I told her you're going to wash it out in the river. And God goes, God damn it, I'm never going to get that smell out of my fish.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's why they smell bad but taste good, right?
Oh, my God.
If properly.
It's an origin story, really, if you think about it.
Orgy story?
Origin.
Oh.
Not really a salmon fan.
No. That's my favorite. If it's prepared right.
Well, prepared right is after the river.
All right. So where the fuck was she? So you know how like a month or so ago, we mentioned that she went to a church. No, she didn't go to church.
She hung out with a girl, and then they did a church thing.
They went to somebody's house and watched a movie.
Right. And
Church.
she thought it was just they're going to watch a movie, and it turned out it was a church function. Okay.
So
Came home with a hijab on.
it wasn't that weird. They just prayed a couple times. They had fellowship, blah, blah, blah. So she got another invitation, not to a movie this time, but to
The actual church.
The service. Well, that's it.
Well-
You work up. Never mind. You know.
I think Merriam-Webster's calls it indoctrination.
Oh.
I'm going to fix this later. Hold on. I just broke the mic. I think it's Jesus telling me to shut the fuck up.
Dude, that would be so funny. You're like, she went to church and falls upside down.
So they invite
Holy shit, did he just get struck down?
So they invite her to a glow-up party, is what they called it. And
Can I just say, I hate when, like, Christian stuff adopts, like, hood culture terms. You know
Is
what I
that
mean?
hood?
What, glow up? I mean, I think that was something that, you know, started in the black community. You know, I thought that was the whole glorilla, you know. All that I originally heard that term, you know. We white people just adopt everything cool that black people do, you know, so.
It just popped off.
It didn't pop up, it was threaded on. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that. What?
Have you guys messed with have you messed with your mic so much that you've actually managed to unscrew it over just like
how much I have to
I know, that's
That
crazy.
wasn't me, though.
Well, I mean, between you and Britt, maybe you guys just fiddle with the mic so much. But wait a minute, you had to disconnect the cable to even turn it that many times.
Exactly.
So that's not possible if
It's Jesus.
you guys would have had to disconnect that
Thank you.
cable multiple times to get that loose.
No, because when you're fiddling around with this thing all the time, because when you loosen this spins. And so then this unspins, and the next thing you know, gradually it just works its way
when
through.
I do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm still
So
doing that.
basically, you and Britt both touch the mic too much.
Well, she
Look at
certainly
mine.
touches the mic.
Look at this. Look at this. No thread.
Hey, man, it's like the old infomercial. Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
So all right. So she gets an invite, and I have to go online. I go, what is a glow-up party?
Right.
And apparently it's something where you go, they do your makeup and your hair and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she was told, wear a white shirt. And I'm thinking, all right, you know, she's going to go there. Somebody from the church who does makeup is going to profit from this and do everybody's makeup and but whatever. So
I thought maybe if they had a white shirt, you do the thing like when you went to camp, where everybody signs each other.
No, they want you to wear the white shirt because it's when you cut your balls off and put the Nikes on to go visit the spaceship.
You got to see the blood. So anyway, so she picks up a couple of packages of
It's
white
hard
shirts.
to get the Kool-Aid stains out of the white shirt.
She goes there. She gets there, I guess, a little early, and like some other church members recognize her, said, "Come on out here, come on, hang out with us." And she didn't realize there was no makeup or anything. Everybody was told to wear white because it was a symbol of like a purity. The
chastity, purity.
The glow up was pretty much everything.
Your soul. We're
inside.
We're doing a makeover of your soul.
If we can make you happy on the inside, you're going to be happy on the
my
and
God.
This is all this stuff that kind of like, you know, ties into meditation and personal. So
I'm going to deceive you to Christ.
She goes, it basically was a church service. She goes, they were up there doing rock and roll type songs, but you know, like,
Of course they do, because you got to sell it.
Jesus is on the cross. He's bleeding on my face. You know, he's going to save our souls and the human race. Yeah, Jesus.
Can I tell you an open mic story?
Yes.
I used to host open mic for years at Austin Coffee, and so you would always have from time to time these guys that would come through that were like youth pastors or music ministers or people that worked within the church, and they was, I want to play some songs that I wrote. And then as they would start to talk to the audience, you'd realize what they were doing is they were trying to get people to come to their church.
Right.
And so me being a comedian, I would always make fun of them quite a bit, because I'm like, all of these people that are waiting through your time so they can get up here, they wrote songs that like are very personal to them, and you're basically that fucking wiggly air thing outside of a used car dealership right now, trying to get to people to come. Well, the greatest moment of my life was when one of these guys showed up and he played a cover song of a very popular song in the rock radio, but he changed the words to make it religious. And I shit
Freak
you
on a
not,
leash.
100%. The chorus was, Jesus is what I got.
Oh, no.
And I told that guy if I ever saw his face again, I was going to laugh before he could speak.
I want to hear the rest of that song.
No, you don't.
He loves you now.
He eats snot.
No.
Oh, okay.
Take it easy, sir. We only go so far. We're not calling Jesus a snot eater. That'd be
I
horrible.
don't rhyme well.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. The only industry that is more guilty of this than the Christian church is the fucking pop country industry. And I always say, if death metal was the most popular form of music in the world, guys in cowboy hats on CMT would be growling.
Yeah.
My most hated is all the country that is like country rap now. It eats at me. I hate it so much.
So let me sum up this real quick. She did at one point.
She said none of the songs sound like that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what that means.
They weren't as crazy as mine, but
Brittany, if you want me to stand up and fart in the mic right now to make it more accurate, I can do that.
She said at one point during the songs, one woman was like down on the ground with her face on the ground, doing the praise Jesus thing and stuff. And I go, that was normal back in the day. Like one person would start putting their hands up, and then the other person would have to put their hands up and say, "Hallelujah, Jesus," and then somebody else would have to go, "Yeah, hallelujah, Jesus, amen."
Right.
And,
I want to hear, Jesus, are you okay? Are you okay, Jesus? Jesus, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Jesus? Right?
So,
that'd be a good one. Right?
Let me just say, I get so critical when it comes to this kind of stuff when it comes to music because music is a very personal thing, not just to me, but to anyone who's ever written a song. For the most part, I would say, a couple outliers, most of them, and so when when I see music being used as a fucking tool, it really makes me angry. Mm-hmm. And so whenever I see that kind of stuff,
an emotional tool.
It's manipulation is what it is, and so that.
Sorry.
That's one of those things that really irritates me because it's something that I remember. I can't tell you how many fucking kids when I was growing up that would come to school that had been like just sheltered to a point where they thought Sandy Patty was the biggest fucking music star on the planet because that's what they heard in church. Yeah. And I'm like, and all of this stuff is just you're turning your kids into a shell of a person because they're not able to explore their own fucking emotions and figure out who they are, and so they're only getting what you fucking feed into them, and it creates these fucking maladjusted, emotionally fucking inept people because they're not able to find what speaks to them personally. And then you try to turn it in. Oh, this is cool. Hey, this sounds like a rock song, right? But it's all about fucking John the Baptist and his camel hair coat. Fuck you.
I will say this, and I think I even mentioned it on the show the day it happened. There is like a religious station now, but it's rap, and it's actually legit. Like almost all the songs are fucking good, and they're not like cover, rip-offs.
Right, yeah.
They're original songs, and they're actually legit. Like they've managed to figure out how to kind of straddle that line of like, still kind of staying hard, but they are talking about God, and it's quality. That's kind of what always bothered me because at one point I thought DC Talk was the biggest musical act on the planet. I was raised in the church and all that, and
you're up.
So like I said, I know exactly what you're talking about. I experienced it, but I will say the Christian rap guys today are doing pretty good music, like surprisingly well.
Yeah, I had some DC Talk I was going to play.
No shit.
Are you rolling over? Owen's like he's dismantling the studio.
His entire fucking setup is ruined in like less than 30 minutes.
Jesus does not like me talking about
I know.
I got the Jesus is just all right with me. That's the DC talk from back.
No,
in
the one
Which,
I
by the
was
way,
Jesus
Jesus heard
Freak.
this podcast and he's not all right with us at all.
Who?
He said y'all need Jesus. I'm like, aren't you Jesus? And he's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah, I unplugged it. I don't disagree with Jesus. Jesus knew that we were in a simulation. Apparently, I'm learning about all.
There's
this.
no blue light on your mixer, so the mixer's not.
I did unplug it with my foot. So I will deal with it later. But yeah, so to sum everything up, they did invite her to come back, and this time,
well, of course, you always get invited to come back. You got to do something really. You got to be really fucked up to not get invited back to the church.
Not just was
I can tell you how to do that.
Not just was she invited back, but she was invited back to a kids thing to bring the kids.
Well, yeah, you got to get them young.
So you don't notice how the steps happen. You know, come to our house and watch a movie.
We just want to watch a movie.
Come to a church for a glow up party.
You know?
Come back with your children. By the way, wear white, motherfuckers. I still don't totally get that. And I will end this before we go to breaks. Signs and symbols of cultism.
Okay.
Cults often use uniformity in dress and create recognizable visual identities and signals to outsiders to their group, especially during events.
Wear white.
Yeah, wear white. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I love Jesus Christ. Please stop unplugging my shit. Anyway, you want to take a break and get
drunker? We can do that. So, I breaking from the norm of what I've been doing recently is just playing songs that were owned by my label. I started to explore some of the songs where I know individual artists that are friends of mine who have music where they own their catalogs and all that sort of stuff. And I want to play some music from a guy that I don't think I've played on the show tonight before. But this guy is you remember a comic shop and the Geek Easy?
Yeah.
So there's a musician that I've known for 25 fucking years. He's friends with Jeff and I both. A guy that he calls himself Marc with a C.
Okay. M-A-R-C?
M-A-R-C. Yeah, and it actually came from Starbucks. He said Marc with a C, and they wrote C-A-R-K on his cup. But Marc with a C, he's basically the king of nerdcore. Mostly guitar-driven, acoustic guitar-driven songwriter stuff. But he's probably the only person I know that's as prolific as Jeff is with the amount of music he puts out. He's had a lot of health issues this last couple of years, but he's still around. He's still doing it. He's not playing out, but he's doing live streams on his website. You can find him on Bandcamp and find a lot of his stuff. He's put out some really cool stuff. He wrote a book, which I bought from him. He put out a 3 LP best of album called Maybe It'll Be Good. So he's just a really fucking cool guy, and I love this guy to death, and his songwriting is fucking great. And every single song I can think of makes me feel either touches me emotionally or makes me feel happy for a different reason. And so this is anybody who's ever had a job where you've had to come in for a meeting or sit around for fucking team building or anything like that. This song always makes me laugh, and I think you guys will dig it. The song title is This Meeting is Bullshit. And this is Marc with a C. This is from the album Half Serious, Half Kidding. Here we go.
This meeting is bullshit. I mean, why am I even here? This ain't even my department. None of this shit affects me. Charles goes on and on about marketing and synergy. Charles always looks like he sat on his own balls. Diane got promoted, of course. She's such a suck-up. Enjoy that new laptop, Diane. I saw your husband at the company picnic. And you gotta wake up next to that fucking baboon every day. Hang on a second. Whew! Oh, I thought I forgot to hit mute. This meeting is bullshit. Just let me get back to Pinterest. I got a sweet board of Doctor Who oven mitts and it got about 100 likes. And maybe I can quit this job to be a Pinterest celebrity. Do those things even exist? Oh great, Charles is coughing again. Lucy, stop IMing me. I don't care about your poodle. IMs are supposed to be work-related, but maybe she's really lonely. Like what if she's like Diane and she stayed married for the kids? I should be nicer to Lucy. Come on, Lucy, another fucking picture? Okay, fuck this noise. I'm about to put all of these motherfuckers on blast. I know Charles is drunk again, and I know all about him and Diane. Well, I wouldn't exactly say she's cheating, but she sure likes those dick pics. And I could get Charles fired. Wait a second, if I got Charles fired, Diane will know that I did it. And when she becomes the boss, she'll have it out for me. Or I could lose my insurance. And what if I get promoted? I can't delegate for shit. I just like doing payroll, keeping my head down and hoping not to be noticed. And if I report Charles to HR, Diane's gonna figure it out. I think I'm the only one she showed the dick pics to while her husband was feeling up Lucy. Let me sneak another sip of what appears to be water. If I'm asked, yep, it's water. No, you can't smell it. This meeting is bullshit.
Marc with a C. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to Pop Culture Radio. We will be right back.
Was this worth all the student loans? Was this worth getting up at 6? Was this worth missing going out? Was this worth... Oh, thanks. You too. You have a great day as well. Bye.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. This is Marc with a C with one of his classics entitled Motherfuckers Be Bullshitting. There's a line where he says, and the general consensus is we're safe as we're ever been, but I don't believe them. Motherfuckers be bullshitting. He's got one that, hang on. Because I do want to play one that I think that, hang on. Give me a second here. There's one song that he has. He has these songs that, to me, I think guys who grew up in the 80s, most of us, I think, had very similar experiences, I guess you'd say.
Yep.
Hang on, let me get back to his catalog here. So he has these songs that are very much so experiences that I think we all kind of had, like when we were growing up, and I think his compilation is on here, and I think most of here we go. Marc, let's see. Here we go. This is all of his compilations. He has these songs where it's like stuff that I think we all kind of remember being kids, right?
Right.
And so it's a song that
nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like you remember being a kid. He's talking about being sick, and he can't go to school, and so he's like, it's cool that he can't go to school, but then his mom won't let him go outside, and all he wants to do is go play with his Star Wars men. And here we go. It's called Chicken Pox and Star Wars Guys. So listen to this song, and the lyrical stuff in this is one of the reasons why I think Marc is such a great songwriter. Listen to this shit.
But that's what's on around 11 o'clock, and I'm wishing
I'm saying this like it's just
It's fun.
yeah.
It is good, but I think because I've been listening to rap for so long and I'm such a rap fan,
Yeah.
when that fourth or eighth, whatever it is, doesn't rhyme,
Yeah.
it fucks with me. Like,
I know
it
what you
really
mean.
does. Like, I'm waiting for it, and then he's like
Yeah.
a totally different, and it swerves me. And just because the way my brain works out of the music I listen to, I'm expecting a goddamn rhyme.
Well, yeah. So I know what song I'm going to play to end the show, but this one I'll play one more that I want you guys to listen to because this song is called Dick Puncher 3, The Dickening. And this is had to do with something that happened at a show.
Ooh, I like that. I want to punch a dick to this. Come here, Owen.
And you want me to stick, then find that recipient and punch him in the dick. Punch him in the green. This is Dick Puncher 3. It's a dickening.
This reminds me of the give the old dick twist.
Yeah.
You're mad at a lawyer from Bogan Runs and Runs. Gotta punch that lawyer right in the vast if it runs. It saves for me.
Punch him in the vest if we're on.
It's a dickening.
You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember a band named Dope?
Yeah.
Uncle Sandwich to his beef bayonet. Beat his tallywhacker senses with an alto clarinet.
Very Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Somebody that really makes you mad. Well, treat his baloney pony.
And punch him in the gonad.
Yeah.
This is Dick Puncher 3. It's a dickening.
That's my favorite.
This is Dick Puncher 3. It's a dickening.
There can be only one.
There can be only two.
I could see a music video to this, and you do it like the Highlander, right? But like all the quickening goes into their
Yeah.
like nutsack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember the quickening?
Man.
Like when they cut the head off?
So, this was 2019, I think. He actually was in so whenever there's something's nominated for a Grammy, and a lot of people don't realize this because when you watch the Grammys, all you see is like all these big fucking stars, right? Well, there's a lot of people that are on the independent scene and all that. They're nominated that go through this whole process and don't end up making the final cut to be nominated that night.
Right.
And he was one of those people in 2019. Like actually to the point where like local news was covering it. He had this song called "One of These Days Are Gonna Be Your Day." And the thing that kind of blew it up to like get him onto the Grammy radar was the music video, because he wrote this song and then a bunch of Full Sail students took that song and made a music video out of it. And the story that they told with the music video, he even said was not really the what he was going for with the story he wrote, but it caught people a different way. And what's crazy is like you, Owen, as a dog owner, and you, Bushy, as a dog owner, are going to see this video the way that these students took the song, and they animate or illustrate this song of his. Not only this song is great for a multiple thing. The last album that he wrote before he got sick was called Obscurity, and the reason he called it Obscurity was the song that I want to close the show with is a song that he wrote called "Please Don't Let My Music Die." And that was his whole thing was, if I've ever made you happy or made you feel good with my songs, just continue playing them. As long as I'm on the planet, I'll give you everything I've got, but one day I'm not going to be here, and I just want to make sure that those songs still resonate with the people that I, perform them for. So that's a great song for multiple reasons, but this music video is so good for so many different reasons because these kids, I would say kids, they're probably not kids, they're probably, in their 20s or even older, because Full Sail being a magnet school, these are people go there after they've already received their education to try to get specialized education. But I'll let it play and watch the visuals they give you. And this is the song that was nominated for a Grammy.
You won't be jumping out of your skin forever.
Okay, yeah, you showed me this before. Yeah, this is
Soon
good.
the jitters have gotta go away. Things can't always feel so damn untethered. Pretty soon it might just be okay.
Yeah, you motherfucker, you like playing this stuff that like gets you in
Though
the...
it's tough to say,
in the feels.
since this sounds so cliche, like a rhyme scheme that goes A. You can use this song like lingerie. You can stain it up once and throw it away, but one of these are gonna be your day. Look at your pulse and really think about it. A few beeps and then a slow decay. You can search in vain for angioscopics, but we're more than just an alphanumeric display. Though that's tough to say, since this sounds so cliche, like a rhyme scheme that goes A. Gilmore led the Floyd Brigade, they still had on the turning away, and one of these are gonna be your day.
You notice the dog and all this? The dog got off his leash. That's how the two met.
It wouldn't go that good for me. I'd be cussing after that dog. Then I'd be all out of breath when I finally caught him and sweaty and gross, and the girl would be like, gross.
My dog would have been my dad's and he get hit by a car.
Look, they just look at the dog. They did the whole song for the perspective of the
A
dog.
few sleeps and the bad dwindles away.
Trying to be funny so I don't cry,
You
goddammit.
can search for islands that
You
you don't
motherfucker.
get.
Look at the dog, it's so sad.
Be your own Daniel Faraday. Though that's tough to say, since this sounds so cliche, like a rhyme scheme that goes A. If you're in a hole you didn't make, well maybe it's just special K, but one of these are gonna be your day. One of these are gonna be your day.
The dog brings the note with the... It's one of those songs, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. You said the thing about the dog.
I'm
Car
telling you,
crash sound
think-
effects
I don't
queued
know. I don't know if Dirt does it on purpose, but he knows.
I mean,
some
dude, I
things
just,
that
I love...
get me in the feels.
I love
and,
art. I love art that has like that ability to do that to you. And I mean, honestly, like you can play me
But you do
fucking
it to me when I'm not expecting
the
it.
hottest
That's
fucking song and the biggest fucking hits, and I'm like, that's fucking great. Like I can get fucking amped up and pumped up about music. I love music that pushes you to that point where you go, man, you just fucking pushed all the right buttons and told a fucking story that only you can tell, and it's just it's great. Fritz is very good at that.
Yeah, he is. He's fucking awesome.
That's why Fritz and Marc, I've every time the two of them are in a room together, it's the greatest thing to watch.
And Fritz with a Z.
Yes.
Marc with a C.
Yes. Marc with a C and Fritz with a Z.
You like that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I as soon as you said that about the dog, I queued up car wreck sounds. But
You motherfucker.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I thought it was already bad enough I made the joke.
I
but
know.
I was like, I had it's one of those things. I was feeling really emotional, and I'm like, let me go all the way over the top and make a joke about my dead dog.
but I could.
What I think
I
was
had a-
great about that video, what they did was they did one of these days is going to be your day, but they did it all from the perspective of the dog. The dog's the reason they got together. Now they're all going out on dates, and the dog's at home alone looking through the window. Yeah. And then when they start having their disagreements and fighting, the dog's the one that brings them back together. I thought that was fucking great because that was the day is going to be your day. The dog finally had his day.
No,
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not debating that. That's why I almost fucking cried. But like what I basically did with that joke was the audio version of like biting your lip. If you don't want to cry, you just bite your lip really hard.
It's not very accurate because like when me and Brittany fight, that dog goes in the corner and pisses himself. So that's what happened.
I need to do baseboard every time we get.
I started doing that in arguments as well. It's surprisingly effective. It's really hard to argue with someone that's pissing while you're talking to them.
in the corner of the living room.
Yeah.
Shaking.
No, like I pull my zipper down and just out like a stream. I'm like, oh yeah, you want to argue with this? And I'm just pissing out of my
Hope you
pants,
like dry cleaning. Oh.
middle of the floor. Hey, it's my house. I can clean it.
Or you can let it sit there.
This is why I got the Bissell.
your choice.
It's one of those things like, oh yeah, this is my shit, and this is what I'm doing to it. So what can you
exactly.
possibly? Yeah, I'll piss right in front of you right now.
I'm gonna put a potted plant in my living room.
Hell.
Never mind.
You want to keep it going? I'll take my pants off. I'll do a backflip while I'm taking a shit.
I'm okay with doing the show in our underwear next week.
Now I kind of want to try to do a backflip while I'm taking a shit.
I know. There's so many things going on. I don't know which one to
It's so
be
stimulating.
disturbed about.
I saw a story this week. I have to throw this out. This guy said he was in the bathroom taking a piss, and the guy in the stall next to him was having explosive diarrhea, and the guy did one of those, and he laughed. The guy two urinals down from him was a old boomer and goes, "Why would you laugh?" He goes, and then I said, "Hey man, don't talk to me while I got my dick in my hand." And the explosive diarrhea guy laughed. It was a wild moment.
This is why I don't go into public restrooms.
I don't. Yeah, I refuse to use them too.
I don't want to hear you. I don't want to smell you, and I sure as hell don't want to talk to you with my pants open.
I had a moment like that.
I'm just convinced as soon as I smell someone's,
Yeah.
that it's in my mouth.
It's in your mouth.
It's like,
Your nose holes are connected to your mouth hole.
right, my nose hole's connected to my mouth hole. You
So
poop,
please don't fart around my nose.
you pooped in the hole, and now I can taste it.
I found out many years later who did this. But so I go into the bathroom at a music club in town, and I'm just taking a piss because I got a show to do, and we're loading in and all that stuff. I go into the bathroom to take a piss, and I look in front of me, and someone has scratched into the paint, "Dirt is God." And it was a weird moment for me because I'm like, I'm standing here taking a piss, and I see my name scratched in the wall. It says, "Dirt is God." And
You didn't read the rest of my message. There's more to it.
of pissing.
I ended up finding out it was Morgan Steele was the one who had done it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was not in the club that night, but he did it one night at a totally different show. And so the thing was, and me and SBK had this whole conversation about it. I was like, I feel really weird about that because I know what I'm doing. I'm standing here with my dick in my hand. And the last thing I think about is reaching into my pocket for some sort of implement or tool to scratch another man's name into the wall. And so whoever did this was standing just like me with their dick in their hand
Thinking about you.
thinking about me and scratching my name into the wall. And it was a weird moment for me. But at the same time, I'm like, I felt strangely honored.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about you every time I piss. Is that weird? That's how I get hard enough to hold it. No? Just me?
It's like like I said, you take a half of Viagra.
Act like I'm the weird one.
Take a half of Viagra every day. I'm not trying to fuck. I just want to piss in my socks.
That's funny. All right. Well, speaking of car wrecks,
Yes.
No, never mind.
I got it. I'm not acknowledging. I got it.
Just don't cry.
I can only cry, or I can only laugh so much about my dead dog.
Hey, you never mind. All right. Speaking of,
I did open it up. I made it first.
well, speaking of tragic things, Charlie Sheen, he has a new documentary coming out, or is it out?
It's out
on the Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to check this out. So
it's 2 episodes.
I have a trailer here. It's only 2 episodes.
It's 2 episodes. Yeah, it's 2 parts.
That's
it's a part
perfect.
1 and part 2.
That's right up my alley. I have a trailer here. For
in
2
total,
minutes.
those 2 parts total up to over 3 hours.
And you've watched them both.
Oh, you won't even. The time will not pass. It'll be like 15 minutes, dude.
Is this Charlie Sheen, the Tiger's blood? I got it running through me.
It's Charlie Sheen now, who's 8 years sober, recounting
all that,
the events of his life.
You know his real name
from the beginning. Yeah, Carlos Estevez.
Yes. You know his middle name.
I'm sure I've heard it at one point or other, but
you know his social security number.
No.
What is
well,
his credit score?
You know someone. You and I both know someone. Not gonna open that fucking Pandora's box again. But you and I both know someone who has a dog that's named after him because he paid for the dog.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cute. Yeah, I forgot about that. But all right, I have this trailer. It's for this thing. I haven't seen anything about it. This is the first time hearing about it. So
okay,
you
can play the trailer. Good.
How do I present this with any class?
I've seen
past that, Charlie.
We're past that, yeah. When you got a lot of shame about a lot of stuff, shame is suffocating. I lit the fuse, and my life turns into everything it wasn't supposed to be. There's only one person alive that has the answers to so many people's questions about me. And that's
Oh, they're going over people in their Sean Penn, Chuck Lorre.
Somebody call action.
Wow.
He's going the distance.
Sean Penn, Chuck Lorre, his brother Ramon.
You wanted to like him because he was lovable,
Emilio?
handsome, charming, and smart.
No,
Charlie's
Ramon.
a crybaby pussy bitch.
That's Heidi Fleiss.
Charlie's career really took off.
John Cryer is in it.
And the whole world goes, he's the fucking guy. Imagine what that did to my head.
He was the highest paid TV star of all time.
Everything was fine. For a while, nobody got hurt, nobody got arrested.
For a while. Was 2.5 Men that big?
For a while.
He was
Really? And he started experimenting with
Sean Penn.
everything.
When it started to change, it was quick.
He kept saying, no, I'm in the hospital now, but next week I'll be ready for the show.
When Charlie said that he was smoking 7-gram rocks, he was smoking 7-gram rocks.
That's the drug dealer.
All right, time out. What is 7 grams rocks? For a guy that,
7 grams is like a lot.
What kind of
especially
rock?
for something like
crack rocks?
Okay, for example, people buy like, would be like 20s and 50s would be like a quarter of a gram or a tenth of a gram. That would probably be like your average like
night out
crackheads thing, they could get maybe if they were trying to, with something like $20-$50. But you're talking about 0.2 or 0.5 of 1 gram as opposed to 7 fucking grams. That's insane. So, you
would do that in one sitting?
At one time.
He would, yes.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Gee, all right.
Not that I know about any of this stuff at all.
Now,
I always forget after I start laying down. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't.
That's all right. That's all right. I of course know all this stuff, but I'm asking for the listeners that don't know this stuff.
This is all common knowledge. We're just breaking it down.
Yeah. So
it's a short Google search away.
Yeah.
I know about.
I Googled a lot. Let's say.
I know about the new cocaine, the Diablo 5.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
From earlier.
I'll have to find out.
First segment. Go back and listen to the first segment.
Okay.
Never mind.
You tell me your friend with the Diablo 5.
It was new kind of cocaine. Never
the person you reconnected with.
We're not redoing the first fucking segment.
I mean, I'll let you know.
I'll just say, Bushy, listen back to this episode, and that's a great callback.
You got it. Anyway. What's the difference between when people say cocaine? Like, I imagine that's the stuff you sniff, and the rock version.
There's
like,
you basically it's a refinement process. You know what I mean? You make it more potent and in a chemical process in which you can now smoke it as opposed to
Okay, so you don't get the rock, you just smash it up into powder and then snort it.
No.
Okay.
You smoke the rock.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it enters your body through your lungs and not through your bloodstream.
But but you can't smoke the powder.
It's a quicker delivery process.
You can smoke the powder.
Yes, you can. That's called freebasing.
But that's what I'm saying. It's what they're doing is a chemical process that makes it stronger. It makes it stronger, but it lasts for a shorter period of time.
Well,
they add ammonia.
cheers.
They add ammonia to it. What is ammonia? Whenever you smell ammonia, what happens? It opens up your sinuses, right?
Yep.
So imagine if
Clears
you
you out.
add ammonia and cocaine together. The ammonia is opening up your blood vessels, and now you're inhaling the smoke of the cocaine. It's going directly into your system and having an instant instant
making me want to
effect.
cough. All
Okay.
right, let's watch more of this.
He testified against me, and I went to jail.
I was aware things were coming unglued.
Winning!
I can't imagine being my dad. I have really hurt the people I love.
You can't really have a relationship with someone going through addiction.
Now, Charlie, sober, he's going to tell you the truth.
His daughter, Lola?
The stuff that I plan on sharing, I had made a sacred vow to only reveal to a therapist.
Is there going to be anything off limits?
I think
no.
Because he's going the distance.
I will 100% tell you, it's so honest to a fault that it's one of those things. When you take the ride on this documentary, you go from looking at him and going, God, what a piece of shit, to rooting for this guy.
Yeah. I've always rooted for him. I love an
he's-
underdog.
He's so honest to a point where he's like, when you look at him while he's talking and you see him get emotionally affected by some of the things he's saying because he realizes how it fucked up other people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the humanity in his story where he's saying, but at other times he'll talk about like parties and stuff, and he's like, dude, he's like, you talk to anyone in Hollywood, I had the best fucking parties. Everyone wanted to be there. Everyone's having a great fucking time. And then the next day, we all had to figure out how to explain this to our publicists. And when he's telling this story, and you're like, man, this, to be a fly on the wall for some of these fucking things he's talking about. The very opening scene of the documentary, the first part, because it's 2 parts, he talks about how when he did Platoon and what was the other movie he had mentioned? Platoon and one other movie that he said they were the biggest movies in Japan. So in Japan at this time, he was like the
Hot Shots.
It might have been Hot Shots.
Yeah.
He was the spokesperson for everything, from airlines to like everything there was. So when he would go to Japan, he would be able to do whatever the fuck he wanted, and no one would question it. He goes, I'm flying back from Japan with his first wife, the model, and he goes, and I wasn't even drunk. I'm just on this fucking long international flight on Tokyo Airlines. He goes, and I'm looking around. I'm like, everyone's asleep. And I'm like, he goes, I don't want to be asleep right now. He goes, so I went to the mini bar. He's like, I went back to the mini bar. No one stopped me. I opened the cabinets. I grabbed a whole bunch of mini bottles. He goes, and I slammed about 10 of them. And he goes, and then I was good and drunk. He goes, and as I'm doing this, the second, the co-pilot comes out and says, the pilot would like to see you. And he goes, oh, I'm really fucking drunk. And he goes, it doesn't matter. Come on. He goes, I come in the cockpit, the pilot says, we want to take a picture with you. And he goes, okay, but wouldn't it be a better picture if I was wearing your coat and your hat? And he goes, yeah, for sure. And he takes his coat off and his hat off. And he goes, and wouldn't it be better if I was sitting in your seat? And they go, yeah, sure. He goes, there's 400 people sleeping on the plane behind me. He goes, and I'm now sitting in the pilot's seat, and autopilot is on. So I'm just sitting there. I take the picture. I'm hammered, and I go, yeah, but it doesn't matter because co-pilot's on, or because autopilot's on. And then the pilot reaches up and flips off the autopilot and goes, not anymore. Now you're flying.
Jeez,
he goes, and now I grab the steering wheel. He goes, and I make a dive to the left and a dive to the right. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm flying 400 people right now, and they don't even know it. He goes, and I'm fucking going, I'm just turning the wheel and
Drunk
just
off his
fucking
ass.
drunk off my ass, flying a plane full of 400 people. He goes, and then the guy goes, okay, ha ha ha, and then flips autopilot back on, and the plane moves back to its geographical position. He goes, and in my head I go, this is the kind of power that turns people into monsters. And he goes, I had no idea how foreshadowing that would be for the rest of my life.
Jesus.
But think about that. Like he goes, that's what I was able to do at that point. A person whose entire livelihood rests upon that fucking job of being able to fly that plane, let me get into his seat because I'm Charlie Sheen, and let me fly that fucking plane drunk with all these people sleeping in the cabin. You know,
That's
it doesn't make it that much less crazy, but there is, like you said, he just flipped the autopilot back on,
Safeguards.
and then boom, he was, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
I'm sure they knew that. Yeah.
There's not a lot of telephone poles in the sky. You know
right,
what I mean?
Sure.
So it wasn't like that outrageous necessarily from the pilot's point of view. Still pretty crazy. Still pretty fucking crazy.
So the one thing about this, there's a lot of stuff he talks about in there that's just literally absolutely batshit crazy. One thing I will throw out is that he said at the time with the whole Tiger's Blood and winning and all that stuff was happening, he's like, everyone thought it was because of his drug addiction. He says, and he goes, don't get me wrong, I was high as fuck and I was taking lots of different shit at the time, but also at that time he had gone into all of these like what do they call them in Hollywood? Hollywood doctors who will give you whatever the fuck you want. And at the time that he did that, he was on 4,000 milligram dosages of testosterone.
Jesus.
And he said, if your testicles are like out to fucking pasture, don't work anymore, and they're trying to normalize you, it's 1,000 milligrams. He was on 4,000 milligrams and a shit ton of illegal drugs at the time. So he goes, so that's where all of that came from. He goes,
crazy,
he was literally amped up to the point he was on 4 times the normal amount of testosterone and a shit ton of illegal drugs. And that's where that fucking thing came from.
If you're on that much testosterone, your dick flies the plane.
Yeah. But the part my favorite part of the whole documentary is that guy that was talking about him doing the 7 gram rocks is a heavyset Mexican fella that was Charlie's drug dealer, who he's doing that interview from the fucking condo that he owns because Charlie gave it to him.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's like, he goes, I went from just getting out of prison to talking to my brother and my cousin, and they're going, yeah, we'll get you started and we'll let you start, we'll let you start selling with us. And he goes, I was in prison watching 2.5 Men. He goes, I get out and I get a phone call, and he goes, hey, it's Charlie, man. He's like, Charlie who? I don't know you. Charlie Sheen. And he's like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Then he shows up at his house, and it really is Charlie Sheen. He's like, I was watching you in prison. Now I'm selling this guy crack.
Wow.
He said Charlie was paying me $30,000 a day to deliver crack to his house. He's like, and every time I showed up, there was like dozens of people there. He goes, I was supplying for dozens of people. It was a nonstop party, and Charlie was like, no, you don't have to go. He's like, here, stay in my guest bedroom. He's like, now I'm just out of prison. I'm a crack dealer. I'm selling crack to Charlie Sheen. I'm living in his house, and he's letting me take part in all of his parties. And the thing was, he goes, of all of this, he goes, I was there the next morning when he's got his hangover and he's getting over all of it. He goes, next thing you know, he's like, he's inviting me to parties with him. He's inviting me to go places with him. And he goes, all of a sudden, I've got purpose. I'm Charlie Sheen's guy. And so what's so funny about it is that he ends up becoming friends with all of Charlie's friends, all of Charlie's family.
Oh.
And knows everyone. And they all know that that's Charlie's drug dealer.
That's a weird situation, man.
Right. But here's what's crazy. So a bunch of the family and friends get together with him, and they said, listen, we've done interventions. We've sent him to rehab. We've done lots of things. And we can't get him clean. And so they're like, do you have any ideas? And he comes up with an idea. And this is the craziest idea in the world.
I wonder if I stop selling him crack if he gets sober.
Here's the thing. He said they all knew if I stop selling it to him, he's going to buy it from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, I love this guy. He goes, I don't want him to die. He goes, but I want him to get his shit together and be healthy. And this guy, all of the family members and all the people in this story go, that's the guy that got Charlie sober. What do you think he did?
Started selling him Splenda.
Yeah, I don't know what.
He started making diet crack.
So watered down or something.
He started cutting the amount of cocaine he was putting in the rock, when he was making it.
That's a good guy.
Lower and lower and lower and lower. He goes until the point where Charlie looked at me and says, "I don't know, man. This just doesn't do it for me anymore. Is it even worth it?" And then he quit smoking crack because he said, is it really worth it for what it's doing to my family? He cut it down to the point where it was so weak that he goes, and I couldn't charge him less because he would know something was up.
Oh, of course.
He's like, so he was paying me the same amount. He goes, and I was making the crack weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker until the point where Charlie came to his own decision that said, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
What I'm doing? He goes, and now Charlie knows. He goes, and Charlie thinks me. He's like, you're the guy who saved my life because you made the crack. He started making diet crack and zero calorie crack zero. He's like making
zero.
Yeah, he's making the crack weaker and weaker and weaker until Charlie, off his own decision, made the decision that this really is not worth it, what I'm doing. And that's what actually made him go sober. No 12-step program, no rehab, no fucking intervention, because all those things didn't work. Yeah. This fucking guy is the one who made it happen.
Yeah. Actually, we have Charlie Sheen on the phone. I don't know if you heard him.
No. What?
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Sheen, is that you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. We were just talking about your documentary. Did you hear that?
Come on, it was brilliant. You loved it. Let's just do a follow-up.
Okay. We're trying. Dirt was just saying how your dealer cut you off. How'd you deal with that?
Deal with it.
You dealt with it. Okay, all right. But I don't know. I can't keep this up.
You're doing good. Keep going.
You want more?
Yeah.
That's a soundboard.
Give me more crack zero.
More.
Charlie, I heard you said your boner was the hardest in North America. You said that in the documentary.
SHIT.
Okay, I guess it wasn't that. What happened when you took 10,000 milligrams?
4,000 milligrams of testosterone.
Boom.
Okay, that's what happened. Just boom. All right. Anyway, any last things you want to say before we move on and talk about something else?
Be afraid.
What?
Be afraid.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
It's coming for us.
Bye.
All right. He's done.
He said, it's funny, one of the things he says in the documentary, the guy goes, can we have everyone leave the room? And they have everyone, and it's just the director and Charlie talking, and he goes, do you want to talk about the sexual depravity? And he goes, depravity, like, that's a strong word. And he goes, but like the socially unacceptable, and he's like, well, here's the thing. He's like, you spend your whole life being Charlie Sheen. And your dad is Martin Sheen. He's like, I was a teenager on the set of Apocalypse Now when my dad's filming that, and he's having a cocaine-induced heart attack. He's like, I had no shot of being a normal person. He's like, and the thing is, he's like, you've got Time Magazine and all these things calling you the hottest thing in the world. And he goes, I've had every kind of sex with every kind of woman that I could. And he goes, and it's like going to your favorite restaurant over and over and over in 20 years, and then you're looking at the menu, and finally you just go flip the menu over and go, oh, never had that before. And they go, is this the first time you've talked about sex with men? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, how do you feel? And he goes, fucking liberated, man. And they go, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't have a fucking problem with it. He goes, I'll fucking tell you. He goes, I fucked women every fucking way you can fuck women. He goes, and the hottest women on the planet. And I started going, you know what, man? you only live once, man. And he's telling the whole fucking story. He's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. He's like, I did it all. I did everything. He's like, so at least no one can ever ask me. They're like, oh, do you like that? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, you're a homophobe. He's like, no, because I tried it and I didn't fucking like it.
What? So he admitted that he had sex with men.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, whatever, man. Yeah.
Was giving and receiving, I guess. I mean,
everything. He's like, yeah. He's like, whatever it is. Like, he goes, I'm a hedonist. I'm chasing a high. I'm chasing pleasure. And he goes, and whatever could possibly bring that to me. He's like, I'll try it. If I like it, I'll continue doing it. If I don't like it, I won't do it anymore.
You know what? I used to feel bad for kids with cancer. Now I feel bad for the fact that Charlie Sheen had so much good sex with beautiful women that he had to end up having sex with men because he just got bored of attractive women.
I don't think it's the fact that he got bored with it. It's the fact that he was just like, I mean, you know.
Why not try?
You said he got bored with it. You know, it was
no,
like the menu.
Basically what he said is if you eat chocolate ice cream every day, your whole fucking life, you start
bored
going,
with it.
I mean, let me try something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's funny is he even says in the he goes, hey, some of it was fucking amazing, some of it wasn't. Yeah. He's like, you know, so he's like, he's like, do I regret any of it? No. He's like, was some of it great? Yeah, absolutely.
did he like bang any famous guys?
He doesn't go into detail on
guys
that.
Were?
But he was just like, basically, this whole documentary was him just coming clean on everything and going, yeah, man, this is what happened in my life. It's fucking crazy. Like, you might think from me telling you what I've told you so far that I'm spoiling it. I absolutely am not.
Jeez.
There is a lot to unravel. The whole story is so fucking crazy.
I can't. That's probably going to be one of the things I like put on as soon as the kids aren't around. You know.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna hook Bushman up with my Netflix password so he can watch it. Because also, I'm curious in getting his perspective when he starts talking about like his evolution from being like 13 the first time that he got everybody on his block drunk. And he's like, imagine you're 13 and you're the guy who has access to the good shit.
That's
that's
awesome, man.
Yeah, and he's like, then he's like,
not.
he goes, I get the part from in Ferris Bueller's Day Off because Jennifer Grey, who all these people, these kids, Sean Penn was a childhood friend because his dad was Martin Sheen. You know, they all grew up in this. He's like, I'm friends with Sean Penn and George Clooney was in his 8mm fucking homemade movies they made when he was a kid. George Clooney's in them. Like, that's the neighborhood he grew up in. He's like, in Jennifer Grey's like, John Hughes wants you for this part, or has this part in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I told him you'd be great for it, so just come down. That's how he got the part. He's like, in the day before, he's like, I'm really trying to fucking nail this part. And my dad calls me and says, hey, we have to do this thing for ABC Sports. You and me are playing 2-on-1 against Michael Jordan.
Jesus.
And he goes, I'm trying to fucking get this part. He goes, I haven't been drinking or doing any drugs. I've just been staying awake all night trying to learn these lines for this movie. Now I've got to go play basketball against Michael Jordan. And then the next day, I have to go shoot the biggest part of my life. He goes, and you guys are wondering why the fuck I can't
Crazy.
Fucking be normal?
Yeah.
That was my life when I was fucking 19.
That's fucking crazy. So.
I can't say I'm like shedding tears. Like, you know,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
but that's what he's saying. He's
pretty
like,
cool.
That's the thing. Yeah, but that's what he's saying. He's like, yeah. He goes, I'm not asking anyone to feel bad for me. I'm just telling you that was my reality. Yeah. Like, how the fuck can anyone have that reality and be expected to be a normal fucking person?
I think I've said it on the show before, or at least told you guys on the porch. Like, I think I'm a good person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not really tested until you're so like rich or influential or powerful that you don't need anybody around you. You know, I mean, that's kind of my opinion. You know what I mean? It's hard to know. Okay, let me retool it a little bit. It's hard to know if power or fame or wealth isn't going to turn you into a piece of shit until you actually have fame or power or wealth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
exactly, yeah.
And I'm sure, I mean, there was just a few years of my life where I was making kind of crazy money. And it does kind of mess with you and change the person you are a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like, just to give you an idea, you said how big was 2.5 Men, right? Take a wild guess. How much money per episode do you think Charlie Sheen was being paid to do 2.5 Men?
$2 million an episode.
350 grand an episode.
That's it.
2 million.
2 million per
An
episode.
episode?
Per episode.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
30-minute episodes.
I got to a point where I had enough money, I would like pay people to ride down the stairs in a laundry basket and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I thought about that later on. Like at the time, everybody was happy. I was happy. I laughed. The people hanging out with me laughed. The person riding in the basket got money.
Yeah.
Seemed like, but later on, I thought about that. I'm like, that was like kind of a shitty person thing to do.
Yeah,
you know?
but taking advantage of them needing money. They're
Right.
like, yeah, I get it. But like to this day, that is the highest salary per episode for any sitcom actor in television.
I believe it. I had no
$2
idea.
million per episode.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
also,
Was that show one episode a week or one episode
One a
every?
week.
Okay, it was one a week.
yeah, once a week. Yeah.
Because there are shows that's 5 days a week. So
Well, yeah. But this
Well,
is a
in
sitcom.
reruns
yeah.
it was,
But yeah. But the thing was, Chuck Lorre says, like, because you think about Chuck Lorre is like a kingmaker when it comes to sitcoms. He's the guy who developed fucking was it Freaks and Geeks, 2.5 Men, The Big Bang Theory,
oh jeez.
Young Sheldon. Look up Chuck Lorre and look at
Family
his.
Matters.
No, but Mike, was that Mike and Molly? That was the
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
Jenny
Melissa
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy and was it Billy? Anyway,
I don't remember his name.
You know,
Charlie Sheen made $40 million per season. Per season.
per
40
season.
For just that show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
we're not talking about
double
the
that.
fact,
So that's $80 million a year.
and we're not talking about the fact of all the royalties he's getting for stuff
Yeah.
before,
Right,
or
yeah.
the money where he was super huge in Japan and all his endorsement deals.
Right? Yeah.
Why not do some crack?
What's his net worth like now? What
I
is
don't know. All right, let me. Charlie Sheen.
Oh man, after the
net
divorces and all the other shit, I wonder.
I mean, I'm still gonna say. I mean, you're making $40 million a season.
worth. Oh wow.
120 mil.
No, nowhere near that. I mean, I'm surprised. This
What
is
is
a
it?
low ass number.
Well, then I'm guessing 40 mil. Like he's basically got a season worth left.
Charlie Sheen's net worth in 2025 is estimated to be in the realm of $3 million.
Oh wow.
This is per
That's
celebrity
a
net
lot
worth.
of crap. What's his dealer worth?
Chuck Lorre. You wanted to know what Chuck Lorre's net worth was?
Yeah.
It's funny because people never talk about that, and it really is like the producers and stuff that make the
Yeah.
real fucking money.
You know, he's
'Cause you gotta
created
remember-
so much.
Because you got to remember, they're paying somebody $2 million, so that means there's a lot of money over here if you can pay somebody $2 million. You know?
Yeah.
Chuck Lorre next one.
He's probably worth like $260 million.
Oh, try a little bit more.
Okay, a little bit more.
700 million.
450.
In between the $600 million.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen is $3 million. This guy is 200
Yeah.
times. Wow.
I'm
It's
telling
funny
you,
because
if
he
you
talks about him in the documentary where he goes, people had a problem with how much we were paying Charlie Sheen. He goes, you don't understand how many eyes Charlie Sheen brought to our show.
The maid from that show, the larger redheaded woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Well, it's funny because he said when he was
Gotta bring it down.
concepting that show, he was pitching it to the network, and he was like, Charlie Sheen had just been on Spin City because he took over for Michael J. Fox when he left the show with his Parkinson's diagnosis, and that turned Charlie Sheen into a big TV star because he said at the time that he started Spin City, he had been married Denise Richards, and he goes, I just want a steady 9-to-5er, and that's why he agreed to take over Spin City for Michael J. Fox. And he goes, and everything was great. He goes, and then that show got canceled, and Chuck Lorre is pitching this show to the network where he goes, one brother is really straight-laced, and the other brother is kind of like a Charlie Sheen type. And the network goes, you think you can get Charlie Sheen? And he goes, probably not, but, and they go, if you can get Charlie Sheen, you got a show. And he goes, and then I go to Charlie Sheen, and he's like, yeah, fuck it, I got nothing else to do. And he signs on, and he goes, it was the greatest partnership. He goes, I was writing lines, and Charlie was going, I wouldn't say it that way. And he goes, what if I was doing this instead of that? And he goes, and it was so great.
Perfect, yeah.
You know, he goes, and then he started falling off the wagon, and shit went into chaos.
Yeah, that's crazy. You want to hear the 8 richest stars from a Chuck Lorre TV show?
Sure.
Okay.
And this goes through all
Patrick
of them.
Duffy. No.
I'm not sure if he's on here. I mean, this is like 2.5 Men, the Big Bang Theory, all these.
Yeah.
Number 8, John Cryer. He has a net worth of $70 million.
Oh, man. And that's the guy who was the co-star with Charlie Sheen.
That's the brother.
Who's worth 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes. Who says in the fucking show he got paid 1/10 of what Charlie got paid. And he's got $70 million and Charlie's got 3.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a show called The Kaminsky Method? Apparently that's a Chuck
Michael
Lorre show.
Douglas was in it.
Yeah. So number 7 on the list is Paul Reiser. Apparently he was in there. He's worth $75 million.
Okay. Mad About You.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 6, Melissa McCarthy is worth $90 million.
From the
Of
Mike
course,
and Molly.
she's fucking hilarious.
Mike and Molly, yeah.
But hers, you also got a lot of like movies and stuff afterwards.
That's true. Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
true.
Let me, this
But before she did Mike and Molly, she was just Sookie from the Gilmore Girls. She was just a bit character, and then that show, which she took the lead
Propelled
on,
her.
and that's what propelled her into all the movies.
Okay.
Was that show?
And this is from thethings.com.
Okay.
The 8 richest stars from Chuck Lorre's TV show. So
Okay.
they got their money, most of their money from a Chuck Lorre show.
Right.
So like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Who really knew Suki from Gilmore Girls?
Right, exactly.
They
right.
talk too fucking fast.
She
on
was a
that
great,
show.
but she was a great character on that show. But like, she was still just a supporting cast member.
Yeah.
But Mike and Molly, I remember seeing the first episode of that and going, I'm not really a big.
I used to call it Mike and Mooley.
But when I watched that episode, the first episode, I'm like, oh, I love this show. It was great writing and a great show. And I didn't know who she was because I'd never watched Gilmore Girls.
You know, her cousin is Melissa McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy. That's it.
Yeah.
And I heard her do an interview, might have been on Howard Stern or something, where she said Jenny McCarthy came to her when she was starting out. And was like, you know what? You're never going to be successful because you're too big.
Oh, man.
And, you know, she kind of proved her wrong, I guess. So.
I mean, Melissa McCarthy is really fucking
Let's
funny.
be real. Melissa McCarthy, one of the first bigger women that really did kind of
break through, right?
Become big.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no pun intended.
She broke through because that wall wasn't.
Right, but I'm just saying I don't remember. I don't remember heavier female.
Well,
TV
I mean,
or comedian.
if we're gonna be honest, Roseanne Barr was the first. It was
okay. So after Roseanne, who?
Roseanne, then Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, well,
and then
whatever.
and then was, but
Larger
still,
women are
but
funny.
still, listen, we're talking about 3 in the over the course of the last 40 fucking years. Yeah.
Next week, I'll do the fattest women in showbiz.
Okay. No, we definitely should not do that.
Okay.
All right, so who's next?
Number 5. Speaking of Roseanne Barr, this is an old cast member of hers, Johnny Galecki.
Johnny Galecki.
That's from the Big Bang Theory, the son.
$100 million.
Wow.
$100 million.
$100 million.
That's 1/10 of a billion.
That's crazy.
Also, at number 4 at $100 million is his co-star, Kaylee Cuoco.
Okay.
God damn, she's hot.
That being said, Sheldon must be higher up on whoever I forget.
Jim Parsons.
Well, that's number 3, $160 million.
Jim Parsons. Yeah.
And number 2, Ashton Kutcher. He's worth around $200 million.
Okay.
A lot of that money came from the last few seasons of 2.5 Men. Where
He took over for Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Did Charlie Sheen come back at the very end? Like his whole death was
no. What? Did he? I don't remember.
I'll look it up in a minute.
Okay.
And the number 1 has to do with Chuck Lorre shows.
Yeah.
$350 million net worth. Somebody mentioned him earlier as Michael Douglas. Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas from
no.
Michael Douglas from Kaminsky Method.
Is his dad still alive?
No.
No, yeah, he died a little.
Yeah.
That was weird.
He died from eating pussy, right?
That was weird when they used to wheel him out and stuff, and he's like just afraid.
I remember when we did the Gilbert Tribute episode, I played that clip. So Michael Douglas is the one that he said he got throat cancer from eating Catherine Zeta-Jones's pussy.
But they found out. But they found
Hold
out later on that's a real thing, right? That,
Yeah,
like eating pussy gives you cancer somehow.
If they have like that disease. Down there, whatever. It's
You
called.
got that cancer pussy.
No, it's not cancer. It's, I forget what it's called. It's not TMZ. It's
Cantorus.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna find this. Now.
I'm messaging a woman to ask.
No, I have to find. I'm finding this clip. Gilbert Gottfried, he said, it's him talking about Michael Douglas, the Michael Douglas situation, where he said that he doesn't believe that Michael Douglas got throat cancer from eating Catherine Zeta-Jones's pussy. Okay, here we go.
What was it?
Pussy.
What?
All right, this is a minute and 50 seconds, but I don't think Bushey was on the show when we did our Gilbert tribute episode, so I will play this, and I'm gonna tell you this is like fucking classic Gilbert. Here we go.
Years ago, I saw Natalie Portman on Broadway. That is the only time I've ever jerked off to a production of The Diary of Anne Frank. You know, Michael Douglas said recently that he thinks he may have gotten throat cancer from performing oral sex on his wife. I don't know. I think cancer is a small price to pay to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. I would take any form of cancer to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. You could give me polio to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. I take leprosy to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. You could give me Lou Gehrig's disease to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. To lick her pussy, I would take a form of muscular dystrophy so intense that while I'm eating her pussy, Jerry Lewis pops out of her cunt and goes, "Hi, the thing with the poison, on these eating the Thank you, good night."
Eating her pussy.
We mentioned Michael Douglas. I had to play that. I love him so much. He was like, oh God, I love those fucking clips.
You know, there was a time where we lived in a world where like all these people were still alive.
Oh, I know.
And we didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird.
You know, it was funny because someone posted the other day something about, oh, I missed this time, you know, like 10, 20 years ago or something. And so I don't know why this would even bother me, but it used to always drive me nuts that people would post like, you kids don't know what it was like to grow up in insert, generation or decade here. Or my generation grew up in the best decade, blah, blah. Like everybody posts that their fucking decade was like the best decade, to grow up.
Yeah.
And to me, it was always just relative. Like I never, thought that was something really worth posting, I grew up in the best. I will say, I'm getting to the age. I go, I do kind of miss the 90s. Like the 90s was pretty fucking dope, and the sad part was had no idea how awesome it was while I was there.
Right, exactly.
I think that's the worst part.
Hindsight is 2020.
You don't realize oh my God, the 90s was like a golden age.
The music from the 90s, just there's nothing could touch all
Everything.
that shit.
Yeah. The music, the camaraderie, and now I know for a fact that I said that I'm sounding old as fuck,
Yeah, but
it's like,
it
and I'm not
happens,
even,
man.
I'm not claiming it's the best or better, but the 90s was better than now for me. For me, the 90s
I remember
was
being a
better.
kid and hearing guys that I would meet that said, I saw Jimi Hendrix live. And I'm like, glued dude, you fucking saw Hendrix. And now I'm the guy who's saying, dude, I fucking saw Soundgarden. I saw fucking Dimebag when he was live. You know, I saw these bands, and I'm that guy now. And so, like, I take solace in the fact that I'm like, yeah, they were the 90s is the 60s when we were a kid.
Oh.
You know? And, like, that fucking Bonneville I got out there, that's a 92, right? So when I drive that to work and people go, holy shit, and I see all these young kids going, what the fuck, man? And then I realized when I was their age, that would be like somebody
Buick.
driving a fucking 65 Buick up to the fucking shop, man. So I get it. But yeah, man, it's one of those things where like you realize, you start to understand, like, I worked with people that were not alive when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know?
Same way.
And like, dude, all of that stuff that we grew up with, that didn't exist, you know? So I totally do get it.
We're officially old ass men.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
40's
change
the new
the
70.
fact that doesn't change the fact that like that music and those things, like when I did that show with News Junkie where we played with Sean Nelson from Harvey Danger, and just hanging out with him like before the show that day when we were gonna play the song and he was gonna come out and sing the song with us, and I'm going over harmonies and stuff with him. And talking to him about it, and the Harvey Danger, for those of you who don't know, the song everyone knows is "I'm not sick, but I'm not well." They were on Sub Pop Records in Seattle. They were the last of the Seattle grunge bands that was signed. They came up with Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and all those bands, and all of their albums are fucking incredible. And the fact that they ended up being a one-hit wonder for that song is crazy. Like Carletta Valdez is such an amazing song. If you listen to their shit, like they're that fucking good. And I remember talking to him, and I was like, hey man, like just you know, man to man, like Woolly Muffler is such a great fucking song, and you guys are known for that song. And I'm just curious, how does that make you feel, like, as an artist and as a songwriter? And he goes, it bothered me for a while, but now I'm okay with where my music fell in because, you know, at least people have an affection for us and they have a love for that song, and that's cemented me in at least some place in people's zeitgeist.
I like the part. I'm an amputee. Goddamn you.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part.
And so it's just so crazy to think about, like that whole time that we grew up in, because back then it was like you had a song that played on the radio, and that's the song that everyone knew, and that's who you were. You're that guy. And now it's different.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Like. Would you have to be something that somebody picked up in a TikTok video, or like
Something,
where would
yeah.
it
was so cool.
It would all fall a different way.
Yeah, what
right?
you said, you'd fall in love with that one song, then you'd go to like Spencer or some kind of music place.
Yeah,
Peaches.
You buy the fucking CD, and then you'd hear everything else on that thing. And the CDs used to like tell a story. You could start like the first song, they sort of all flow and give you a narrative.
I'm an album guy.
Yeah,
I've always been an album guy.
Now you're exactly right. It's like a TikTok fame bullshit.
As I was sitting here listening, I'm like, well, God damn it, Dirt's 90s were way cooler than my 90s.
The same 90s.
But you know, when you listen to an album from start to finish, like you're right. Like that album tells a story that the artist wanted you to hear from start to finish, and that's the album. And now it's like everyone's singles.
Yep.
You know. Most artists don't even release full albums anymore. Like, and if they do, it's because they've achieved a level of commercial success that an album will sell. Most artists just put out a song or two a year and then just tour incessantly on their back catalog.
So
you know?
the reason why my music taste and selection ended up getting so wide as to, you know, I basically listen to almost every genre, and I know so many artists is because I would always go to Best Buy on CD release day, and I would buy 5 CDs, and I couldn't know who they were before I bought the album, and I went strictly off of album art.
Right. That was the best way.
That's how I discovered Tech 9. way back in the day. He was like crucified as an angel on the front of his thing with like crazy braids, and you know what I mean? It was Slipknot. God, who was another really big one that I discovered that way?
I remember that's the way the first Korn album I bought because of the album art. I didn't know who they were, but it was the album art was the shadow. It was the girl on a swing and a shadow of a stranger. And I'm like, that's ominous as fuck.
Did I ever tell you how
I bought that record and it was incredible.
Did I tell you how I got introduced to Korn? Because it was a much different story than that, actually. I forgot. It was I was in some kind of 4-H thing where Congress, where we ended up like going to a college campus and stay there because I was putting on some kind of presentation. But I was like 13, 15. No, I wasn't 15. It was like, say, like 12 to 14, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And my grandmother had taught me how to play poker. And we were playing poker in a college room with college kids, and I kept winning, and I ended up winning so much that they did. It was all about change, I mean, we're talking maybe I won $30-$40. I'm not talking about a high stakes game. I'm just saying like they only had so much, and I as a kid ended up winning it all. And the whole time we were doing it, they were playing music in the background, and I didn't know what it was, but I really liked it. So I ended up telling them, well, I'll let you play the next hand if I can win the CD.
Okay.
If I win, so I won the first Korn album.
Oh wow!
And that's how I got introduced to Korn.
That's fucking great.
Like whenever I listen to Korn music, it goes right through me, and it doesn't seem to do anything. It's exactly the same as it comes out.
Sounds the same in my toilet as it does.
But anyway, all right. Let's. I mean, it's getting a little bit later.
Yeah.
Here, let's. I got one thing real quick. I'm going to pull up the old AI real quick. This is AI Gronk, right? That's the latest one. AI Gronk. Okay, it is coming online.
Computing, buffering.
Are you there?
It's Gronk. Just tackled Duncan's tailgater sandwich. It's a winner. Let's roll.
Okay. I'm not sure what that was, but I guess that's Gronk, the new AI. Is there a question?
Is it Grok or Gronk?
For this purpose, I found Gronk AI.
I thought it was Gronk, but I wasn't sure.
But all right, so I guess we'll get right to it since we're getting late in the show. Gronk AI, what is the meaning of life? Okay. All right. I guess he's computing.
I like that there's a thinking noise when there's really no
it's
reason.
Gronk. Let's roll. Hey, it's Gronk. Let's roll.
That is not what you should be saying.
Hey, it's Gronk. You ready to go tackle this drive?
Okay, that is absolute. You're supposed to be saying, "Hey, let's look for crack." I mean, that's
Gronk. Let's roll.
Okay, you know what? It's the AI. They instead of Gronk, they put crack on a bunch of them, so they're not nearly as fucking funny. I thought he said, "Hey, look, it's crack. Let's roll," because that would have been a lot funnier for the meaning of life. So fuck this bit. Throw it out.
So what? So what? It just won't say crack?
No, the AI took sound bits and then try to say what it's saying.
Okay.
Wherever it says crack, it actually says Gronk. So,
hey, it's Gronk. Let's roll.
The AI thought he said, okay, so all these jokes won't make sense, so scratch this fucking shit. God damn it. Gronk, you're as stupid as your AI.
So what I would do want to talk
AI
about
is
really
stupid as
quick
the
before
real
we
one.
leave the show. So tonight is the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrance Crawford fight.
Yes.
And I know I've been just bludgeoning you guys with facts and figures and all this shit. So what's crazy is in the sport of in any other sport, what everyone's used to is that at the end of the season, the two best teams play each other. And in boxing, that very, very rarely happens. Because promoters and all these other people decide we'd rather have our guy fight this guy because this will make him look better. And so tonight, the two guys who are first ballot Hall of Famers, number ones in their fucking division, are fighting each other. And the last time that happened was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. And that's an asterisk to me because Manny Pacquiao had just been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and fucking Floyd Mayweather, opportunist bitch that he is, had 7 years to fight him, and he waited until the Parkinson's diagnosis to say, okay, I'll do it. Before that was 1997 when Mike Tyson fought fucking
Wow.
Evander Holyfield. And the time before that, it's like it goes back like it's only 5 times in the history of boxing that 2 number ones have fought each other. And that's tonight. And fucking God bless Netflix for going, we want to get into live sports. They fucking bought it. So all you have to do is have a Netflix fucking subscription. And sign in. And you can watch literally boxing fucking history. 2 guys that are a legitimate fucking A1 species when it comes to fighters are going to step in the ring tonight. And one guy is 63-2, the other guy is 41-0, and someone is fucking walking out of this with all the fucking belts tonight.
That's crazy.
How fucking crazy is that? Like,
I'm not gonna say it.
It's
like
crazy.
We both said it.
It's like fucking, Greek, like Colosseum fucking times. 2 gladiators are walking in, and one is going home with everything, and the other one's probably, I would say, probably gonna retire, but because of the way the money is, I mean, me personally, if I'm Canelo Alvarez and I walk in and I lose to Terrance Bud Crawford tonight, I'm going rematch. I want the rematch. Let's do it again. And if we are lucky as boxing fans, and I know you're not boxing fans like I am, as a boxing fan, I hope this turns into a trilogy. I want to. I want to, because it's so rare that you get 2 guys of this pedigree to get into the ring and fight each other. I want to see a rematch.
Yeah, you want to see one win one, the other win the other.
The other win the other, and then have a rubber match.
The
to fucking
tiebreaker.
to tiebreaker.
A rubber match.
Yeah, rubber match.
They both
means,
put on each other's condoms and they fight each other.
Yeah, that would be incredible that you get 3 fights out of these guys. But I think as a boxing fan, I'm happy that it's happening at all.
The rubber match is match 2. Latex match is match 3.
Yeah.
And then?
What's that, Gronk?
And then?
Okay, I guess he's bored with boxing. He wants to know what happened. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just wish some of the... I should plan a little bit better.
I was going to say, you might want to make sure, like your tablet's charged and that it's connected for the audio.
And you don't kick the plug out of the wall.
That what you play is actually what you want to play, any of that.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got like a
Hazard ahead.
family and a
Keep your head in the
business
game.
and more important things is weird.
Anyway, the thought was there. We had some other things we didn't get to.
Did you say Grunk smash at any point?
It may be funnier that it's fucked up every time.
Never do anything right.
Definitely gives us all the ammo. That's great.
Let me play one last thing before we get out of here.
Yeah.
I want to play. I mentioned it last week. We have a couple reality TV people that we know and we have on the show every once in a while. This is going back a few years, and this guy was part of my Weird Florida group. He's actually in the book. He's Rob, the legend hunter. He goes around looking for Bigfoot and other animals that don't exist. But I found, I think it was 2010, 2011. Him and his wife were on the TV show Wife Swap.
Oh, wow.
And, I've got it queued up here. Let me just play the...
Please be Gronk. Please be Gronk.
No. Better not be Gronk. All right, watch this.
Hunting Robinsons of Florida. Amateur cryptozoologists and self-described nerds Tracy and...
I know you know the show, but I'll start from the beginning.
Each week from across America, 2 families are chosen. This week, the monster hunting Robinsons of Florida. Amateur cryptozoologists and self-described nerds Tracy and Rob spent hours in pursuit of the legendary swamp ape, a cousin to Bigfoot.
All right, let me pause it for a second. Self-proclaimed nerds.
Right, so, and he said amateur cryptozoologists, like there's professional cryptozoologists.
Well, yeah, but there are a few.
There are, yes.
that went to school and learned about animals that don't exist. And then they get a little piece of paper that says they're for real.
I got my jackalope badge.
He's also a big, huge G.I. Joe fan. That's the one thing
Checks
we bought. His wife is from Pennsylvania, and she's kind of got that brotherly love attitude, I'll just say. And now, what I was looking at her Facebook, she's into powerlifting and shit, like clean and jerk type stuff. So she's gained some muscle there.
She'd clean and jerk him off.
She used to clean and jerk snow job.
The Robinsons spend whole days pursuing their dream of finally photographing the elusive creature. Rob puts his relationship...
He's wearing the same. His son is wearing the same shorts as I am, except they're longer. He hadn't figured out the bulge yet.
Oh my God, they're the same shorts as me, except they're brown instead of gray plaid. Anyway,
I don't have my glasses on. I'm just making this up.
I'm being for real. Just update. 15 years later, they still haven't taken a picture of that elusive fucking skunk ape.
No.
With Tracy before his son Josh, who is not interested in monster hunting and spends much of his time alone and bored in his room.
Oh, can you imagine? You're like, I'm smarter than my parents. Like, motherfucker, they're after Bigfoot
Every
again.
kid thinks that.
Rob
He just might be right.
Yeah.
Rob will tell you, like he was offended by that part because like his son never said that, but
okay,
he probably is.
Didn't say it to his
And
dad.
the hip cool Parkers of Tennessee. Andrea and Robert devote their lives to the dreams of their kids.
This is the one they're
especially
switching with.
9-year-old rapper Lil Chris, who has his own bodyguard, a billboard, and is always the center of attention.
I remember this episode.
You do?
Yes.
I gotta know what happened to little Chris. Is he medium Chris now, or is he like maybe he's 500 pounds and they call him?
Have
big?
you heard of Chris Cross? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that was after that.
It's Chris with a C.
That's so
Children's passions have fallen to the wayside. The older boys love nature and exotic animals, but Mom Andrea is not interested and doesn't even enjoy being outside.
So you can imagine the hilarity that comes when she goes there.
Right. They always grab people that are the opposite that are going to hate what the other people live like.
Wife is about to get a new husband, new children, and a new life.
Find that swamp, babe.
All right,
That's fucking awesome.
So
Do you think we could do wife swap now?
Oh Jesus!
Maybe a different. Maybe wife swap light.
I know some people who do that.
They do celebrity wife swap.
There's a club in Windermere.
Yeah, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Discord. Okay.
Oh, different than that.
Regular wife swap. I'm
A
not
lot
sure.
of
But
loofahs.
they do a lot of celebrity stuff now. Everything's celebrity.
Okay.
Everything.
Best celebrity wife swap episode ever: Ric Flair and Roddy Piper.
Really?
Did you ever watch that one?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm going to now.
It's
There's
incredible.
so much I gotta watch.
It's
after
incredible
this.
because Roddy Piper's wife is like a normal fucking wife because Roddy Piper was a normal fucking family guy. And so she swaps with Rick and they knew each other from, they were friends. And so Roddy Piper's wife would cook and take care of the sheep. They had a farm in fucking Oregon. She comes to fucking Ric Flair's house and he's like, "We're going out tonight." He's like, "Come on, we're going out for drinks. Come on, what's wrong, baby? Keep on drinking." And she's like, "Your kids just want you to fucking hang out with them, right?" And he's like, "I gotta be with all the people here. Woo, I'm the nature boy." And it's so fucking good. And then Roddy Piper is with Rick's wife, Wendy, and she's like, "Oh, we're going to get pedicures." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know about this." And like she's dragging him to fucking get pedicures, and like, it's so good.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. All right. Are we good, or you want one more thing?
I'm good.
All right.
My eyes.
We'll save this till next week. I
right.
have a couple things we'll do next week. So
Okay.
I am in the mood for a taco.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to say I'm sitting here thinking about some Bell myself.
right.
People know we call it the Bell.
I wasn't talking about the bell. Bend over, buddy. No.
All right, we're
just
gonna
make sure to
show-
send her
this-
down to the river first.
This is Marc with a C. The song is called "Please Don't Let My Art Die," and this is from the Obscurity album in 2019.
I'd say I don't want a funeral, but nobody's listening. Funerals are like birthday parties, and they ain't always about the victim. What matters is how it feels when all the attendees leave. Like when I was at that funeral and I heard a song sung back to me. Now, death ain't no joke, and death is eternal.
You're listening to Pop Culture Radio. We will see you again next week. Have a good night. Woo!
Or it could be blackness, or maybe we'd finally rest. Or we might just be unconscious, thinking about how wrong
Pop Culture Radio has been a
everything went.
weird Florida production. Like and subscribe on your favorite platforms.